Testing, testing. Can everybody online hear me?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Case, are you there? Commission Member Case, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Chair Peck is not able to join us today. Would you like to run the meeting remotely? Alternatively, Commission Member Amick is in here and he can also run the meeting.
I'll let Commissioner Amick do it since he's there in person.
Roger that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Commission Member Amick, we are live streaming and recording and ready to go whenever you are.
All right. I now call to order the College Place Economic Development, Tourism and Events Commission meeting of the City of College Place on December 1st, 2025 at 5 o'clock. Will the clerk take roll call?
Yes, sir. Commission Member Warner,
Present.
Commission Member Lean, Commission Member Lesmeister. Oh, I think she might have actually gotten an excused absence. I'll double check on that one. Commission Member Case,
Present.
Commission Member Amick,
Here.
and Commission Member Allen.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
All right. It is now time for public comment. Clerk, did anyone submit a written comment in advance or request to speak via telephone or virtually?
No, sir. Let me check one more place. No, sir.
Okay. It's now time for the consent agenda consisting of the agenda for today, 12/1/2025. Oh, and the minutes from the last meeting and whatever else is listed under the consent agenda. Note, and excusing the absence, there we go, of commission members noted. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. Second, Arlene. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. And we get to my agenda here. All right, my agenda is not working. You want to take it from there? Yep, moving on to the presentations. Yeah, I think we start with Troy, correct? All right. Welcome, Troy Rayburn, the new city administrator for the City College Place. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the commission. My name is Troy Rayburn. I am the new city administrator. This is day 3 on the job. I see that I'm listed under presentations. I actually don't have a presentation, but I would like to say thank you for the invitation, and I look forward to working with everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to have you here. I know the rest of us on this commission, we were formerly very active, so looking forward to getting back to that. Next item on the. Oh yeah, does anybody have any questions for Troy? And or comments?
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Troy, and what your background is, just briefly? This is Doug Case.
Sure, Commissioner, I will. Native of Oregonian, I was born and raised in the Dalles, Oregon. I attended undergrad at Oregon State University in Corvallis, graduate school at the University of Oregon. I've had the good fortune to live and work back in DC, 2 state capitals, the one here in Washington State in Olympia, and extensive senior staff positions at the state capitol in Salem, Oregon. I've worked with local government, county government. I was with the Clark County Board of Commissioners in Vancouver, Washington for 8 years. Enjoy economic development and urban renewal. Actually was a staff person for economic development and urban renewal once upon a time for about, I want to say 4 years, something like that. But I've always touched it in all of my positions of employment one way or another. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Are you one of the, you have an Oregon and an Oregon State?
Mm-hmm. I do.
One of those.
But
my uncle's one of those, yeah.
But I lean Oregon State just because I'm undergrad. But I look forward to meeting all of you in person and getting to know you and working with you.
Thanks. Anyone else? All right, moving on to the next one. Ms. Garcia.
Okay, thank you, Commission Member Amick. So this is basically, I just wanted to let you guys know that we had 7 of 8 lodging tax grants funded this year. I am very, very proud to report I personally serve on the Downtown College Place Association. We got the biggest grant, one of the biggest grants I've ever received personally for general operating support for $16,000. It's going to be amazing for our community. Other projects that were funded were Freedom Festival at a slightly higher price than last year. The reason being is because we had an incredible visit from a silver medalist Olympian this year, and we wanted to be able to keep up those guest appearances for that event. And so get to fluff it up a little bit. Also, I wrote a grant for our event marketing for the city of College Place. We do a number of large scale events as well right now, a market in Lions Park. And so this will go into developing marketing plans for those things to try to draw more attendance, tourists, and make more money for the city and everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't know I said that. Also, Fort Walla Walla Museum and Powerhouse Theater, Visit Walla Walla, all put in for general operating support grants. They were given all of them. It'd be wonderful to support our neighbors. And the Walla Walla Movie Crush was funded in the amount of $1,000 also for general operating support. I believe it's their 10th annual this year. And so College Place is happy to support that event once again. And I'm happy to take any questions or anything else.
If I may, Mr. Chairman, I have a good of the order. I'd like to compliment Mary Elizabeth. In the 3 days that I've been here, I've probably worked relatively close with Mary Beth and her assistant Rhett. And I know how hard they are working on the public events that attract people to College Place. And so thank you.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more about our plans for Winterfest coming up soon, but can't wait.
Any questions for Mary Elizabeth? All right, moving to the next item, Mr. Carlton. Oh, yes.
I am so sorry, Chair Amick, this was erroneously added as an action item. This commission already recommended the preliminary capital facility plan to council at the October 1st meeting. However, this is the finalized version. Mr. Carlton today will present it to the commission.
Noted. Turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mary Elizabeth. Here is our capital facility plan. Not much change since you approved this back at the beginning of October. It was approved by council at the November 25th council meeting, and we'll just briefly go through this and highlight some of the major projects moving forward. Just basically how we build our CFP each year. Detail won't read off each category, will be here an hour, but next slide. Here's some of the projects we completed this year. Lions Park, these are rounded up numbers or rounded numbers. Lions Park, $7 million. The post office crosswalk at $159,000. The downtown parking lot project, which has just started, which was $650,000, which purchased the 2 pieces of property across the street from City Hall for development of a parking lot. Our Southeast 8th Street project from College to Larch, that's underway and continuing at $900,000 spent this year. We have the Northeast Rose Street pedestrian lighting project, which spent just over $2 million. Our Lift Station 5 replacement project completed earlier this year at a total of $2 million. The neighborhood sewer lining project, with the help of grants, we were able to spend, I believe it's upwards of 10 years of sewer lining that we had planned. But based on the grant we have, we totaled about $2 million in spending. And then our well number 8 drilling cost us, I'm having a hard time reading that number, $514,000. So in total, so far this year, this was at the time that I prepared this presentation, just over $15 million in spending in 2025. Next slide.
Okay, I am so sorry to interrupt. Just really quickly, I wanted to brief the city administrator on this parking lot project, downtown parking lot project. This parking lot project is geared to be a business incubator as well as an event space, and probably also have community arts and hold community events as well.
So not just a parking lot. Yeah, good. Thank you.
So here's a list of our priority projects for 2026. Number of projects, and I think the total is around $49 million spending. The big projects, of course, are Majania Road at $9.6 million. We also have the wastewater treatment plant. Phase 1B will go on next year for around $10 million. We have our well number 9, does that say 8 development? Yeah, for those of you that don't know, our well number 8, just to give you some background, that we drilled that well earlier this year, and it's come up well under our expected volumes of water. It's getting about 500 gallons a minute, and they were looking for more around 1,500 gallons a minute in order to supply the new water tower in that West End area. Also, it came up quite high in manganese levels and would cost us a lot of money to try to mediate that and make it usable water. So we're actually abandoning that well at this point, and we're trying to work with Department of Health to move this $4 million in spending to a new well project, number 9, that's currently in the process of getting additional funding for drilling of that well. So unfortunately, it was not a dry well, but they may be able to use it in future years once the school goes in for irrigation, or we'll just see as we move along. And then we have potential development of, sorry, I don't have, I'm having a hard time reading it. For 8 million. Oh, that's for the water storage tank for 8 million. And then the Majonia Road project.
And can I ask a question about the Monterey Road project? Location, is that the large vacant lot across the street from the high school?
Well, Majonia Road is that main road of the lights just before the high school.
Okay, that's what, thank you.
So it goes westbound.
Thank you.
So that's what we have as our major projects for 2026. Next slide. And then just a few graphs showing where we're at as a percentage of where the money is being allocated to, both for fiscal 2026 and for the 6-year period. Next slide. Here's a breakdown of the department capital facility projects for the next year. Not much in admin, fire, and police next year. Some money in parks, that is depending on grant money, although we are watching the parks pretty close as we're trying to recover from our loss on Lions Park, trying to recover from that. And then you can see we get into the major projects in the streets, wastewater, and the water. A total $52.9 million in expected expenditure in 2026. And all those amounts have been incorporated into the 2026 budget. Next slide. Here's the breakdown of the projects by department for the 6-year time frame. A total of close to $179 million worth of projects. And again, a lot of those are dependent on grant funding. Next slide. Here we do have a prioritization, which we have high, medium, and low, and that amongst the department and requirements from state agencies about what needs to be worked on. So those are rated according to that prioritization. And then just a breakdown by facilities. And you can see the 6-year breakdown of the projects going on there. I won't go into detail on all of them. Here's the fire police department. We do have, you'll note there, the big expenditure in 2029 for the police station. We are working on trying to purchase property, and that is in 2027 at 800,000, depending on funding and our reserve balances, whether we can purchase that. The idea for funding of the police station was to try to piggyback federal grants over the next 2-3 years, and then go back to the citizens with another vote for a bond to complete the funding sources on that project. Next slide. Here's our parks. You can see not much in the parks for the next couple of years. As I said, we're trying to recover from our loss on Lions Park, but we do have some projects planned out starting in 28, moving through 2031. So hopefully we can get back on track with that funding. A lot of the funding for those projects comes from our real excise tax fund, which we get about $400,000 a year to go towards not only parks, but also streets. Here's our infrastructure group of projects, our storm projects first. There's our list of storm projects over the next 6-year period. A lot of projects going on. Again, all depending on funding. You can see on the right-hand column, it shows you what the funding are and where it identifies a funding bucket. Chances are that we already have funding arranged when I identify where it's a split between Department of Ecology and the utility. It's typically an 85-15% split, in which 85% is grant from Department of Ecology. Next slide. So street projects are next. So a lot of street projects planned. You can see, it's important for us for funding to federally classify as many roadways as we can. That way we can qualify for funding. If they're not federally classified, we don't qualify for funding. So we have to fund our own street projects outside the federally classified roadways. We did start the Transportation Benefit District in 2024. That's 0.1% increase in the sales tax. That's bringing in about $350,000 a year that we can use towards local road projects. Next slide. And here's a breakdown over the next 6 years of the street projects. I think it goes on to another page. Quite a few projects there. Next is our wastewater projects. You can see the diagram is of the wastewater treatment plant. And you can see the big project next year is the phase 1B of the wastewater treatment plant project. That total project was initially 26 million, and we spent about, I think it's about $5 million this year on what they classified as phase 1A. Next slide. And our water projects now. And you can see the breakdown of the projects from next year through 2031. And of course, the water tower and the well development are the big part of the projects moving forward. We're still trying to get final funding on the water tower, and we're also trying to get that funding on the well number 9 development. That's it. Any questions?
Thanks, Brian. Any questions? Lots going on. Looks good.
Yes.
Like to see the improvements being made.
Yeah, very well done.
Thank you.
If I can get the rest of my stuff done. Go back here. There we go. Moving on to staff reports. Looks like this is you, Ms. Garcia.
Okay, thank you. Okay, before you is the probably 6th version of the 2026 meeting calendar. Nothing has changed for this commission. I know this commission used to meet monthly, and I know that that's the commission's wishes to get back up to meeting monthly. For now, we'll meet in February, May, August, and November of next year. In the very least, also new next year, you'll notice that there is a new commission. It is the Salary Commission, and it sets the salaries of the mayor and council members. So yeah, just here to show you guys for you to print off and use however you like. So I'm happy to take any questions. Lot going on.
Doesn't sound like you got any questions for that one. Winterfest.
All right, my piece de resistance. Okay, this is something I'm very excited about, everybody. Long story short, there is so much going on for Winterfest this year. Long story short, every single kid that attends is going to get some kind of present. We have an elfification station where kids will be turned into little elves. We have the best market I've made so far. I'm really proud of it. We're going to have actually people from our neighbors over at the tribes are going to come. They make their own stuff. Obviously, I'm just not doing my best at presenting this market right now. But anyways, we're going to have lots of local vendors. It's going to be some of the best stuff that we are able to have all year round, all in one spot. And I'm really excited for that. The Firefighters Association will be putting on Santa Station with crafts, games, and activities for kiddos. They're doing a kid zone of sorts, except it will be Winterfest themed. And Calico Bones will be doing a 2-hour live music session. A Calico Christmas should be absolutely beautiful. And we'll also have all the eats and drinks, non-alcoholic. Besides that, we'll have everything you could possibly want. We got Italian sodas, we've got cotton candy, Red Bulls, we've got cocoa, we've got cider, we've got lattes, mochas, pretty much whatever you want, and some good food too. I think this is gonna be my best event that I've ever done. Oh, also new this year, word on the street is that Mr. Grinch is gonna be there for pictures. So please spread the word. And let everybody know. And we hope to see everybody at this event. I think it'll be the best event I've ever made. So I'm really excited for it.
Thank you. It's yeah, it's great to see that that's like more than just a parade type thing. So
Hope to see you there.
yeah. Any questions for Mary Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus the parade. Yes. All right. Don't hear any there. Looks like the next meeting is scheduled for February 2nd, 2026, as she just noted. And unless I'm missing anything, a motion to conclude.
So moved.
We have a second.
Second.
Second, Arlene. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right. And we have concluded at 5:25. All right. Thank you, everybody.